Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this edition of Bingo Bonanza, live from the double wide of everyone's favorite beauty professional, Hummel figurine collector, and bingo caller, Miss Richfield, 1981.
I'd like to tell a story of the prettiest of girls. It's me from Minnesota, in my heels and in my curls. Although my roots were modest, I was destined for the stage. My parents knew they had a star when at an early age. I did not say the word mama, I chose a different line. At just the tender age of 2, I screamed, "Oh, 69!" Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bingo Bonanza! I'm your hostess, Miss Richfield, 1981, and I invite you to stay right where you are and let me bring bingo to you. Oh, it's gonna be a bonanza because we've got a live studio audience and prizes and the Richfield winner spinner and fun, and it's all because bingo makes it better. It really does! Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Now it's your turn, join with me. Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, won't you grab your balls and play? Grab your balls and play, now you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play. I can hear you. Grab your balls and play. Grab your balls and play, hey! Hey, everybody. It's Miss Richfield, 1981, with my best friend, Lewis. Here, welcoming you to Bingo 92. That's right, it's winter warm-up bingo. Oh, and I keep so warm with my cuddly little guy here. Mommy loves you. He's being such a sweetheart, too. And I've been traveling. You know, I got my little sailor outfit on and my little swimsuit. I hope you've got your swimsuits on because that's what it's all about. Because it is freezing here in Minnesota. Cold, 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 cold. It's really, read my lips, cold. Yeah. But I decided that I'm going to warm up by dressing in my little swimsuit, my sailor suit. And I just got back, actually, from my great Atlantis Events 30th anniversary, which was actually last year, but it got canceled. So this is still the 30th anniversary cruise with Atlantis Events. We were on the Oasis of the Sea with Royal Caribbean, which is, of course, a great cruise company. And then the next cruise, which comes up this next week, is on the Norwegian Cruise Line. So we get to go to different companies and see all the beautiful ships. And we had a great time. And the guys were really careful. When we were indoors, everybody was wearing masks. And we had a great time. It was about 4,700 people, if you can imagine that. And we just had a lot of fun. But I'm so glad to be back and thrilled to have bingo again this week. And it's winter warm-up. And I can't think of a better time. It seems like it's cold everywhere in the country. And even though it doesn't seem cold to me because I'm in Minnesota, so 70 degrees sounds warm, but down in Florida at this time of the year, 65 and 70 degrees is cold. So anyway, we'll talk more about that, but I want to welcome my guests tonight, which are my beautiful guests. We have someone from New Jersey and Chicago and New Hampshire, and even somebody from good old Minnie. That's right, we got a friend from Minnesota here tonight too. And oh my word, look at you. Hi guys. Wow, you guys look great. Look at you. I love the different outfits. That's really fun. And I have to start out with Kurt, who is right here, because he is my number one fan. Kurt Shea from Chicago, Illinois. And look at Lewis is even coming to say hello to you. Right? There's Lewis. He's coming over. We're getting a little feedback from somebody. I don't know who's making the noise. Who's making the noise? Did we figure it out? But anyway, I'm super happy to see you, Kurt. And we see each other in P-Town. And we usually see each other one other time during the year with Atlantis events. And so, but Chicago must be cold too. It is so cold here. And I used to live on the Canadian border for just a little bit. And the Canadian border is like crazy. The high is like -7, and the low is like -27 or something. How cold is it in Chicago, Kurt?
It's 15.
Ugh.
Feels like 5. It's been about 10 degrees below.
And it's that
we got a bunch of snow in the last day.
And it's
more than we've had this year. We haven't had much snow at all.
No. I don't think anyone's had terribly much snow. But of course, when it gets really cold, it doesn't snow. A lot of people don't realize that. But in cold weather climates, we know when it gets really cold out, it's not going to snow. That's why February and March are sometimes the most snowy months. But Kurt, you look like you're celebrating anyway. You've got your summer outfit on. You look like you're going to P-Town.
Of course. Do you remember this from Bragg Bingo when my squid hat bought at Marine Specialties?
It's from Marine Specialties, which if you haven't been to P-Town, Marine Specialty is our Army Navy surplus store. And it is so much fun. I mean, they have everything in there. And I have actually bought a few dresses in there. They occasionally have some lovely gowns. So, Kurt, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying warm. Kurt is retired, so hopefully you're staying inside and staying warm.
Yes, I've stayed in.
Oh, my gosh. It's so good to see you.
Well, it's funny. I got home, and they were selling these at the Walgreens down the street from me, where I know you went when you visited me.
Because I love them. I buy clothes from the Walgreens sometimes.
Yes, they have lovely things. Well, since Woolworth's closed, that you have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, I know. But Walgreens doesn't have a counter like Woolworths used to have a counter.
Yeah, I love that.
A Coke, and maybe a little treat, an ice cream treat or something. Anyway, Kurt, we'll talk more to you in a little bit, but thank you, Kurt from Chicago. And then right next to him is Paula and Jared. And you are looking fabulous. And may I just say, this is how I'm used to seeing Paula and Jared, because I'm used to seeing them in the summertime when it's beautiful out. Oh, look at you. Oh, my word, you did not. You went sleeveless. And thank you for not shaving your shoulders. I appreciate that. I'm talking to Paula. You too, Jared, though. Thank you. I appreciate that. And my goodness sakes, you've got a whale on your back wall there because you're calling all the way from Newfields, New Hampshire. Is it Newfields? Is it more than one? Newfields?
Yes.
I didn't know this. And I love the beard. My goodness sakes, that is crazy. And I know, Jared, that you are up there in cold weather, but you're staying inside because you do podcasts and all that stuff. So you at least don't have to be out in the cold weather, do you?
No, there are several days where I do not leave the house. But, but I'm active indoors.
Oh, it's crazy. And Paula used to work with animal rescue, which would be terrible at this time of the year because I can imagine the crazy things you see where people don't take care of their animals. And Paula was a part of that important time. And anyway, we're going to talk about an important wedding anniversary. I mean, there's so much to talk about. So I'm not going to go into it right now. Otherwise, we'll never get started on bingo. And we'll be here all night. And we can't do that because look at, he found the wiener. He found did you see? He was like looking, he just found it. It's over there. He just found it. So, and then Jen. Hi, Jen. I love you, Jen. How are you? New Jersey is in the house.
In the house, Miss Richfield. We're from Rutherford, New Jersey, and we've been to Provincetown for over 26 years, and we've seen you so many years, and we love you so much.
Paula is a common. Paula, you come almost every year, don't you, to P-Town? I think she does too. So yeah, once you come to P-Town, you're going to come back. That's what I always tell people. Like, don't come to P-Town unless you want to come back because you're going to come back. It's such a great place to visit, such a great place to vacation. And I know it's on your list of summer things to do because we asked everyone ideas in Provincetown, but that's just one of them. So you sound like you get around a little bit there, John.
Well, I do get around, but not recently.
I can't imagine wanting to leave New Jersey. I mean, why would you want to leave New Jersey in the summertime? Right? I mean, it's like the smell always keeps my sinuses clear.
But Asbury Park is always fun. That's for sure.
Asbury Park is beautiful. Well, thank you so much. And Noelle too. Great to see you. And we had to get somebody other than just me and Naomi and Yvonne. We had to get some other people to prove that people can live in this climate. You just have to.
That's right.
there's no such thing as bad weather. It's just bad clothing. It's just bad.
Yes,
it's bad preparation.
Absolutely.
You can in cold weather. You can be outside. You just have to be like Jared and prepare. Grow a beard.
Yes.
And,
there
look
you
at that.
go.
That's fabulous.
Keep your
And
face
Noelle,
warm.
you're in Arden Hills. Now, where is Arden Hills? I've never heard of this before.
That is a northern suburb, and it's technically a St. Paul suburb, but we're right next to Minneapolis too. We're right in the midway, right in it.
And you have a Ruth of your own. I remember this now.
Do I usually have her adjusted better, but there's a last minute thing.
No, you don't even have to see. This is what the rest of Ruth looks like. In case you're wondering, you can see this much of Ruth, but if you want to see all of Ruth, this is her right here. And she sits and she always makes sure we play fair, and then she reminds us to be good people. You know what I'm saying? She's not just because she's not alive doesn't mean we don't remember her, right? Well, Noelle, thank you so much. And Noelle kind of came in at the last minute. We had somebody that had a internet connection problem, and Noelle said, "Oh, come by," and so she just popped in. She just happened to be in the neighborhood. And I said, well, wouldn't mind. She said, no, I'm coming. She picked up the phone and got online. And next thing you know, here we all are. Well, before we do anything else, I have to check in with Chris. So great to welcome you all. But I have to talk to Chris for just a minute because he always gets me started on the right foot here. And I think it's cold. I think he said it's cold in, look at you. Look at me. In our sub-zero temperatures, in my swimsuit, in my little bathing. Isn't this cute? Can you see?
It is adorable. That's really marvelous. I'm sure that
So I know this bracelet gets caught on everything. I don't usually wear it, and I just rip my nylon pantyhose. Anyway, so how are you?
I am cold. I almost called in cold today. We were having like unseasonably cold weather. It's very uncomfortable.
What's the deal? What is the story? So how cold is it?
I think we pissed somebody off. I know it's below 70, which is beyond like anything below that. The numbers don't count.
70s. That's
they're just too low. They're too low.
Well, it's probably damp though, because you're surrounded by water, and dampness does make it colder. Even though people joke about that, that is real. That is the real deal. Hey, Brian Court. I've never seen Chris wearing so many clothes. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. We're going to be getting cards and letters about this for the next 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
But I have missed you. I'm so sad. I'm happy that we're back, but I missed you this week.
I was just in your neighborhood. I was just doing show. Look at Jeff Brand. He was on the show last week or 2 weeks ago. But I did a show at Sunshine Cathedral.
I heard it was amazing.
Fort Lauderdale. It was so great, Chris. And and we're going to show some pictures of some friends that saw me there and saw me on the cruise. Then I went on the cruise right after that. And boy, we had a great time. But I'll tell you, there is nothing like the hospitality down there in Wilton Manors. Well, the guys that live there, and then it just seems like people go on vacation. It's kind of like P-Town. You know what I mean? Everybody's in a good mood because, everyone's having a fun time, and it's just wonderful. But how cold is it? What is Fort Lauderdale? It can't be 70.
I mean, let's see here.
It's got to be like 60-something, right?
My fingers.
70. You got to take that sweatshirt off.
We're at 55. We're at 55 right now.
Oh, you're at 55. Yeah, okay, that is cold.
It's serious. It's serious stuff down here.
That would be, because I know even in Minnesota in the fall, when it gets to 55, everyone's complaining. Yes. Now when it gets to 55, people are out playing golf and tennis in their shorts. After the winter, it's all relative, as they say, right?
Right.
So tell me about. I know we're on 92.
That's
bingo
right.
92. And it's winter warm-up bingo because we're thinking of, and I'm so glad it's cold because that's what we were hoping for when we came up with this theme. We were hoping that it would be cold.
Let's not hope for that again. But happy everyone's here. And if they forgot, because we've been away for a while, I'll give them a quick reminder on how we play. So you can start by going to playbingobonanza.com. You'll just put in your email, where you're from, and that's going to let you play 3 games of bingo. You get 3 cards, play all 9 chances to win a prize. Because the first person from each game of bingo who wins by hitting the I have bingo button, you actually
gotta be first.
You gotta be first. And you won't know until I tell you if you're first. So you gotta be on top of things.
Mm-hmm. A lot of you are not on top of things.
That's right.
I'm not sure if you're on top of things, Chris, really.
We don't know.
Get down to the nitty gritty.
I'm running slow today. So warm your mouse clicker hand up. Be ready for it today to hit I have bingo. That isn't your only chance. There is one other absolutely fabulous way that you can win. And that's by sharing bingo with your friends. So there's 2 ways you can do it. If you're playing on Play Bingo Bonanza, just hit the share button that's there now. Or if you're watching on Facebook, hit share. Have your friends join us. The more, the merrier. We love actually making new friends. And it's so nice after a couple weeks away to see all of our old friends back here with us. So and be one of those shares. And between the second and third game, if I haven't frozen my cojones off, we will announce who the share winner is then. And last but not least, we absolutely appreciate anything you can do to show some support. It takes 5 of us and some coal burning logs or something like that to make the
and Lewis
and wieners, a lot of wieners,
wieners.
Yes, wieners and Jack Daniels. There's a whole slew of things it takes to get this done. And so if you send a little something by using the buttons at the bottom of your screen or by Venmoing with Richfield Tips, PayPal me Richfield Tips, it goes to make sure that Lewis is a happy cat. And when Lewis is a happy cat, we all have a better shot at bingo.
Oh, yeah. It's a better night's rest. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
He sleeps on top of me at night.
So does Fuzili, literally.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And doesn't he weigh like 100 pounds or something?
Right. Yes, it's quite fun.
How much does he weigh?
He's 92. He's lost a few pounds.
Well, good for him. Yeah, Lewis needs to lose a pound, but we're still doing the wieners just because I feel bad I was away, It's a little bit
in winter time. It's not time for a summer body.
No, he's got time. Plus, he's got the stripes, and the stripes make him look thin, I think.
That's right.
Very handsome. So anyway, and there he is right there. Hello. So anyway, so let's get started. And also want to let you know that I'm going to be doing a video this week. And it's a little summery beach video that we used probably a year or so ago. My goodness sakes, in March, this is going to be 2 years.
2 years. 2 years.
I know. Isn't that crazy? And we can only do it because of the generosity of you folks. And there's some of you that have been so generous. And when I think of how many, that's when it blows me away when I realize how long it's been. And we have so many of you out there who've been very generous. And that's kind of what keeps the whole thing rolling so that we can, we split up the money. So everybody gets a little something, which is really helpful. So we thank you for that. We always start out with regular bingo because you never know. There could be somebody out there that hasn't played bingo before. So we warm up with a game of regular bingo. And now this week, of course, that means any 5 across, 5 up and down, or 5 diagonal. Mark that free space. Okay? Because that free space means you've already got one. You're on your way, right? And that's not going to be on every game. Some of the games we don't use the free space, but this one we do. And also, Naomi and Yvonne have really outdone themselves this week because they are outside my trailer. I can't have them inside because they drink and get sick on my linoleum floor. And even though it's linoleum, there's cracks in the linoleum where the throw up gets the sick. I shouldn't use that word. The sick gets into the cracks of the linoleum. And then I have to live with the smell for a week or two. So anyway, so they're right outside and I've cracked the door open. And they're going to be playing in honor of the Olympics, which are coming up very soon. They're just a week away. So, okay, so hang on a minute. Girls! Hello. Play the harp. We're gonna start the. That's Yvonne with her hook. She only got the one arm, and the other side's a big old metal hook that she's whacked that thing with. So it's going to be bingo in any direction. Now that always is a good bingo. Any direction is always nice because my nose itches. Hang on. Oh, that feels good. I can't go without. I have to itch. So it means that we're going to call all the letters and all the numbers. Okay, that's why I like it so much. Ooh, and listen how smooth that is. Remember how it used to squeak? That's right. And I checked, and I got my winter boots out, and my oil was in my winter boots. So anyway, let's start out chatting today with Paula and my dear friend Jared, my future ex-husband, and they are from New Hampshire. And so I thought we should probably talk to them. We're going to talk to you Northerners first because I don't want you to, like your lines could freeze up or something, and then we wouldn't get a chance to talk to you. Now, if you watch Bingo Bonanza, that when I call this first letter, if you have this letter and this number, this means you're going to be lucky for the whole time, okay? And so then we say, wee, okay, if you have this. And it's G48 tonight. That's the lucky number, G48. If you have it, say, wee, because that means you're going to be lucky for the rest of the night, okay? And I have got an itch. Do you ever have an itch? You must get an itch, Jared, every so often with that beard. Is that beard itch? I know, I itch, and it's right here. I don't know what it is. If it's a nose hair, it could be a Lewis hair. You know, Lewis hair is everywhere in my trailer. 074. So before we do anything else, this is why I wanted to have you on first, is I have to wish a very happy 1-year wedding anniversary to friends, your daughter and daughter-in-law, Amy and Mallory, who are celebrating a year. And I didn't know they were even married. Yeah. I knew they were together because they've been together for a long time, haven't they? Mm-hmm. How many years have they been together? Do you know?
I don't know, maybe
10.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Ooh, John Taylor just said we. Oh, and Kevin. Oh, all these friends. These are some of the friends. And Barbara. These are now John. And Jeff, who was on the show the other day. So holy crap, look at all the people. Wow, we got a lot of lucky Shriners out there. Sherry Brown, who's using the picture of RBG as her little insignia there. Isn't that nice? N35. So anyway, I was so tickled to hear that they got married. So did they get married during the pandemic if it was just a year?
Well, they eloped.
Oh, they eloped.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Jared, that's what we could do if you don't want some big complicated wedding, because you look like the type of person who doesn't like to do a lot of planning. You look like someone who likes just to make decisions and go with it. I'm just going by the general appearance that you like to just live in the moment. So do I.
Thank you.
You know, we could have Lewis stand up for us. He's sitting right here. Lewis is sitting right. There's Lewis. There he is. Hello. You know why? Because the wieners are right down. He knows exactly where that is. 068. And now, Jared, you have to tell us. So I know, Paula, your mom was involved in animal rescue, and you know how I feel about animals. And of course, and then with Betty White passing away, that the light shone so brightly on that at a perfect time. I hate to say it, but right near the new year is always a good time. I mean, people are generous and they want to help. So I think that was a really beautiful thing. So hopefully people donated. I know I donated to our local cat rescue, actually. G55. Did you find, you're still volunteering, right? Helping to save the animals?
Yeah, I mostly do fostering. So I foster animals.
And then you have an animal, you have a cat, right?
We have 4 cats, but Jared has a special. His is
Annie. Is the cat there? Oh, I see. I'm there. Is that me standing on the couch behind you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, pull that forward for a minute. Pull that forward. This is my bobblehead. Now put it next to you, Jared. And look at how cute that is. Look at what a cute couple. I know. Yeah, right. Yeah, do it to the bobblehead. What about this bobblehead right here? What about this bobblehead?
Next time.
I'll bobble my head for you if you want me to. N34. Is there a woman in your life? I know you like the ladies. You have anyone special in your life? Are you dating anyone? I mean, with a beard like that, I hope somebody's enjoying that beard.
Yeah, I am actually right now. Interestingly enough.
Oh, she live nearby?
Yes. Luckily, yes, she lives in this country for once, finally.
Yeah, because he dates a lot of gals that don't live in the country, which always makes me a little suspicious, you know?
Well, it's because you're my American girl. I got to get the...
Oh, right.
Peruvian
nice save. He works on podcasts. So G46, tell us about your podcast, G46. I know you got one main one that you really love, right?
Well, yeah. So I started a podcast. It's called Indie Game International, where I interview independent video game developers all over the world. I've, all corners of the world, people who make really cool video games, and I enjoy doing that. But there's another podcast that I work for called Restaurant Unstoppable, and we did an interview today at a barbecue restaurant, and we were fed.
Love barbecue. Where is that? Hang on. N45. Where is it?
It's in Manchester, New Hampshire. But the point is, we got fed.
You have barbecue in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Believe it or not, yes, I know.
Okay, I guess they have barbecue everywhere. I guess that settles it.
Yeah.
So they have barbecue there. Is it good? It must be good if it made your podcast. Either that or are they the only barbecue in New Hampshire, maybe?
Well, there's not that many, but yeah, this one was
Right.
amazing. It was really good.
It's good. Now, when you do the interview, do they also give you some free barbecue, maybe?
Yeah, that's what happened today. That's what I'm telling you. It was
dear. That must be crazy with that beard. I'm just thinking about barbecue sauce.
Very messy.
Terribly messy and the cleanup. B6, everybody. B6. Look at him. B6. Look at that. Lewis likes B6. And so when you do this now, so what is it called again? That we'll tune in. And can you just listen to it anytime, or do you have to listen to it when it's live, or how's that work?
So it's
I mean, is it on a cassette tape? I mean, how do you get it to people?
I can put it on a cassette and ship it to you if you really want it.
That would be helpful.
However, considering we are all tech savvy, since we're doing this thing, you can just go to any of the podcast platforms and search Indie Game International.
Including, will it be on my Apple IIe? 062.
No, it won't.
It won't be on my Apple. I have the big floppy disks. Are you sure?
No.
Sometimes I wonder about him, Paul. I think he just doesn't know what he's talking about.
I remember floppy
so
disks.
darn handsome. I'm willing to believe just about anything you say. So anyway, so anyway, you can get this on the podcast. What's it called again?
It's called Indie Game International.
Oh, I see. You say it enough. Eventually,
what's
Joe
on the screen is not
and
right,
puts it up on the screen because he gets tired of me asking. I-16. I think you and I met when I was I-16. It's been years, hasn't it?
It has.
Oh my God! How many years do you think it's been, Paula?
I think.
Was I at the Crown and Anchor when you first met me? G58.
No, we met you in Portsmouth for the first time.
Oh, really? Are you sure?
Positive.
Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right. It was Portsmouth. And if you don't know, if some of the people don't know all these names that we're rattling out, but Portsmouth is also in New Hampshire, or Maine.
New Hampshire.
Is there a difference? I don't know. It all looks the same. Lots of woods and trees. But what's so beautiful about that part of the country that I absolutely am in love with that part of the country is they have no billboards. Like you drive through these beautiful areas and they just don't have. And in Minnesota, we got billboards everywhere. It drives me crazy. Look at this. Oh no. Oh my gosh. That is unbelievable. And yet a new bingo. Just when you think like there can't be yet another bingo thing. So now, while we're doing this and verifying the bingo, can you find a picture of Amy and her wife, Mallory? Do you have a photo on your phone?
Well, I sent one, which I
sent one.
Yes.
Oh, let's look at that. If Joe has it, poor Joe. Joe's like trying to, run bingo and
there it is.
There it is. There's all of it. Oh, look at that. I have that picture without all those gals in it. It actually sits in my bathroom on my vanity right above my biffy of the tank. And look at that. Holy smokes, look at us all. We look a little bit younger. Was that a few years ago?
That was 2016 in Agunquit, Maine.
Oh, that was Agunquit. And these places that we're talking, and then that must be your cat with no teeth.
Yes.
Oh, is that Annie? Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so cute. And what's the puppy's name?
That's Penny.
Oh, Penny.
My English setter.
Right. And then Penny, now hold on a second. Now, Penny, what's something special about her? She's 13. That's what I was going to say about her. Because I know there was something special about her. And where is the
I was going to say I didn't adopt her.
Where's the couple that just got married, Paula? Who
they
just got
are
married?
on the right.
Oh, look how cute they are.
Mallory and Amy. And then there's Heather in the middle, who you met.
Right, who has been on bingo.
Yes, she has been on bingo. And then my other daughter-in-law, Ryan, and then me, and then of course the two lovebirds in the front there.
Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. My hair was a little bit smaller there because I think you mashed my hair down in a mad embrace, as I recall. I remember not being mad at you but I would have been mad at anybody else that had done that. But that is so much fun. And I love that you're still saving animals. And I know you're even saving gerbils.
Yes.
I remembered you.
Yes. If anyone wants to adopt some gerbils, I have some foster gerbils here. They're very cute.
That might be the wrong crowd to be asking, but you never know. I don't know. Let's bring Chris in for a minute. They're flashing the bingo sign at me. I don't know. Gerbils, our bingo crowd.
Let's move on from that.
Yeah, don't go there.
Okay. Move on? You can always just do this to me. We're just going to move on.
Keep moving along.
Lewis is making quite an appearance tonight. He's making up for last week when we didn't have bingo, right, buddy?
Aww. So our winner,
someone win.
That's right, and they don't even need to be a winner because they're from LA. I'm sure they've already got all the merch they could possibly have, but we're still happy for them. Congratulations, Mark Markley. Yep. So Mark from Los Angeles. Mark from Los Angeles.
Mark from Los Angeles. Do we know anything more about him than that?
His last name is Markley, for what that's worth.
Hot dog, we got a wiener. Who the heck cares? All right.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Oh, I was just grabbing my balls so we can play another game. But before we do that, we have to say thank you to our bingo boosters who are so great and so generous. We always save a little bit of time and just say thank you to you guys. So, Joe, if you can pull up those favorite people. Now, these are just some of the people who've been so generous with us. And Joel is certainly one. Thank you, Joel Beatty. And Gerard Bertolino. Oh, I think I might have even said that right this time. Rudy, thank you, darling. We appreciate all these Italians. Delicious. And then Sherry Brown, who is a nurse and works like so many hours. She's such a dedicated gal and sometimes watches us while she's working away there. And so welcome, Sherry. Thank you. And Dan Delaney, we appreciate you so much. Dan used to live in Richfield, I think, if I'm recalling this correctly, and does not anymore. So I'm not talking to him quite as often. Robert Enos, thank you. And Linda Fox and Greg Holloway. And of course, Greg Hopkin is another one of those who's been with us for so many months and been very generous with us. So thank you, Greg. We really appreciate you. I hope I get to meet you in P-Town this summer. And Brian Keene and his beautiful lover were just in P-Town last summer, and I got to meet them. And then why don't you finish out that second, if you could, that second list for us, if you would, please.
Of course. So big thank you to Sarah Leash and Alan Mendelson and Eric P. Thank you, Eric, as well as Jerry Popoulos and Mark. Is that Poog? Is that how we think we say that? I'm going to go with Poog.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? Someone will, if we ask, so I bet someone will get us the pronunciation of it.
Mark, if you're out there, help us with that one. And then Mark Scott as well.
Oh, and Mark is in San Diego. He's another one that's just been so generous for such a long time. And Mark is always my number one guy. You know, Kurt's my number one fan. And we'll explain that when I talk to Kurt. But Mark is my number one guy. He always gets he's always the first one to donate to the week, usually on Saturday. He'll send it a whole, sometimes 2 days ahead.
It takes a while to get to Richfield. So
I know, and he doesn't want to be late.
Thank
one of those people.
As well as Scott Straka and Kenneth Tobias. Thank you everyone on this list. And if you're not on this list, we still thank you. We absolutely thank everybody each week.
Oh my goodness sakes. And then we do want to say that this is a weird time for me because I'm traveling just for a few weeks. So I traveled last week and we didn't have bingo. And now I'm actually going to be traveling with Atlantis Events again because a girl's got to make a living, And so, I got to get back on the road if I'm, if I'm going to be able to do these broadcasts and, even plug my Apple IIe in, and I have to pay my electric bill. So I am traveling for 2 weeks this next week. I go, I actually leave Friday. And it's a 10-day cruise, so I don't get back until Monday night. And so there's not enough time to really get ready for bingo. So it's 2 weeks. But here's the good news, is we will be going with Hard On Bingo, February 14th. So it's actually Valentine's Day, the day that we come back. So it is 2 Mondays that we're missing. But I mean, think about it this way.
Okay, well,
How
we're
much
not
more are
coming
you going to
back to that.
love us then after you?
It's going to be special. We're going to make it
It's going
special.
to be really special. Just don't forget us.
Yeah.
Look at Lewis. Lewis is looking right into the camera. Don't forget me. And yeah, hot dogs, sweetie, hot dogs.
I think it's a fair shot. Lewis may go on without you the next 2 weeks. I'm just
Yeah,
putting it out there.
don't worry. He's talked about it. And I was like, you know, but fortunately his paws don't. He has a hard time getting the, you know, the floppy disk into the drive, you know, and then clicking it. So once he figures that out, we're dead meat. He'll be online. He'll do his own thing. He'll do his own bingo, you know. But anyway, so thank you so much. And I know I've been on the road, and I've seen so many of you on the road. And I wanted to show a few pictures of different places, people that I've seen when I was in Florida, when I was on the cruise. And these are just a smattering. And if we don't show yours, Barry. Barry, I saw not only in Fort Lauderdale, he came to my show, but he also came to my show on the ship as well. And I mean, that is so generous. And Barry's one of our bingo boosters. And that's how he introduced himself to me in Florida, because I didn't recognize him because I don't know these people. And I see a tiny little picture of them. He said, "I'm bingo booster Barry." So it was like, oh, and I knew right who he was. So thank you, Barry. It's great to see you. And then Kevin and Carlos. I mean, dear God, look at that. Can you imagine? Can you just stand it? And that was in Florida too. You can see behind, there's a street behind there. We were out in front of the church, and it's really a performance. It's really a performance complex. I mean, it's just so beautiful. It's not just a church. And so we're standing out in the front, and that was back when Florida was a little bit warmer than it is right now. Thanks, guys, so much. Great to see you. Oh, and that's Mark Cullen, and it might be Mark Cullen's. He gave me that beautiful mug and Sanka at my show. That's on the ship. That's after my second show on the ship. He came to my show the last day at 7:00. And then during the show, he handed me this bag. It was so sweet. And he bought the sticker. That's a sticker on the mug. He bought that with his bingo winnings. Can you stand it? Isn't that nice? I mean, would people win a prize and then spend it on me? How can you not love that? And then Barbara and Day, they were also at my show in Fort Lauderdale. It was so fun at Sunshine Cathedral. And Barbara is in the middle there, and Day is right there on the side. And Barbara's been on our show before, as well as being a really generous donor as well. We appreciate that. Thank you, Barbara. And then Bill and Xavier. It was Bill's 80th birthday. And Bill is on the left there. They're both so handsome. I know it's hard to tell who's who. They're such handsome guys. And just as handsome as they are, they're that nice. He had a beautiful party at a restaurant in Fort Lauderdale. And if you know I'm going to be someplace, and that's what happened, Xavier found out I was going to be in I don't even know where I was. I've been to so many places in Fort Lauderdale. And so he said, "Oh, we're having a birthday party at a restaurant. Can you swing by?" So I swung by and said, "Happy birthday to Bill." And so it was super fun. And I know that I think I have, and there's even more pictures. Adam. Oh, and that's Adam on the right. And his lover, John, has got the big beard. And Adam used to be our audience wrangler. It's what Bob does now. And Eli, we've had Eli did it initially, and then Adam did it. Now our dear friend Bob does it. So we love that. And Adam, it was so fun. He was sitting right in the front row. It was such a treat to meet him personally. We've worked together for months and never met in person. So that was super sweet too. Thank you, Adam. And so nice to meet John. And then look at this. Now this is very special because the guy on the left is Randy Roberts. And he is a performance friend of mine that I never see. He's in Key West, and we performed together for years in P-Town. He hasn't come to P-Town to perform for years, but he's such a sweetheart. He's on the left. And then the doctors, Darrell and Griff, and the Outclick family. And I say Outclick. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. But they were such a good group of guys and so supportive and so fun. And I just love that we have that picture of just a really good group of guys who are so wonderful to me, been so supportive. They were also in Fort Lauderdale as well. So super fun. This is the bag that Tom was holding. And I think it says Tom Cullen's. I thought it was Tom Cullen. But anyway, and he was holding this bag up. And then when I opened it in the show, it was so darling because it was, look at that. And then, of course, my beloved Sanka. Yes. The Sanka, there it is, the Sanka and the cup. And anyway, it was super fun. I mean, buy me a gift, and you could be my friend for life. Or just marry me, Jared. Either one. So anyway, so let's get on to our next game. Good God in heaven, I'm just yapping away here. We got so many more guests to talk to, but don't forget about our next bingo, which is on Valentine's Day. Okay, so that's an easy one to remember. And this next game is going to be, it's always themed according to our winter warm-up, by the way. Winter warm-up made me think of swimming pools because I love to sit by a lovely pool during the summer. So this next game is called Fill in the Pool Bingo. Okay, so we're gonna fill in, we're gonna make a little pool there. So you already marked the free space. Okay, mark the free space, and then we're only gonna be calling I's, N's, and G. Oh, sorry, hang on, sorry. They started without me. This is with ski gloves on. I just hope they didn't get any of that on their nice ski jackets that they wear. Anyway, yeah, she's playing with ski gloves on. I mean, it's very impressive. So only I's, N's, and G's. I's, N's, and G's. And now I'm going to talk to Kurt, because Kurt is my #1 fan, and I'll tell you why Kurt is my #1 fan. I's, N's, and G's, okay? Kurt is my #1 fan because years ago, I had a fan club for about 10 minutes. No, actually, it was a few hundred people, actually. It just got to be a lot of work, and, I don't know what happened to it. I wish I could remember what the heck happened to it.
The internet happened.
What happened?
The internet happened, and you didn't need
right.
a mail-in fan club anymore.
I think when it started, literally, the internet was new. N44, everybody. N44. We're going to start with N44. Now, don't forget, it's too bad we can't do this, but we're not calling O's. But, I think I'm going to blow the 069 horn just in case we haven't blown the 069 horn in weeks. Look at Lewis. Lewis likes the 069 horn. And I think did you meet Lewis last year when you were in P-Town?
No.
Bring you to meet Lewis, you got to meet Lewis. N31. We're going to fill the pool, okay? That's that inside square all around the free space, okay? N39. Now, Kurt was friends, and we've been friends for a long time, but Kurt has been going to P-Town since
1981.
Since 1981. So he's been to P-Town for 40 years. Did you miss the pandemic year?
No, I was there, remember?
You came to my parking lot show when I was out in the parking lot. Oh, my word. That was crazy. It was crazy. I was out on a gravel parking lot. This was during the pandemic. This is before the vaccines, before anything else. Everything was still a mess. And of course, I was doing shows because, I want to work, right? And so I was out on a gravel parking lot, which strangely worked with my brand in a really weird way. I don't know. It's worked for me. I-27. Anyway, and Kurt has been so generous with me. Every time I go to Chicago, and I haven't been to Chicago in years, I got to come back. I get to see him personally there. And then you come to the resorts, oftentimes with Atlanta.
Cancun.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes the cruise ships can be a little bit expensive. But if you're like Kurt and you're living on a fixed income, because he's retired from the railroad
retirement board.
Oh, you work for the retirement board. Oh, well, no wonder you're retired. I-19. I was going to say, do you have a pension? But you must.
I do. Federal.
Oh, a federal. Oh, so I'm paying for you to buy
the railroad companies are paying for it.
Oh, yeah, and I never take the train. I'm always on the bus. What if bus drivers, do they have some sort of a retirement or something?
Probably just Social Security.
Oh, I hate to think of it because they work hard, those bus drivers. N33. And I'm looking at you now. I visited, he had a shrine to me in his apartment, which I got to see personally. But then you moved, and I don't see my shrine up there anywhere.
I've been looking for it.
Way back when, I used to have a certificate, and you got a certificate and a signed autograph photo
and a fashion poster
Well, it was actually a hot pad.
I mean, a
that had been
picture,
used-
yes.
a hot pad that had been used at a funeral at a Mighty Fortress Our God Lutheran Church in Richfield, where our funeral lunches are to die for, by the way. That's on our sign out in front. G49. And then you got a little tag on there that told you whose funeral lunch that
Yes.
hot pad had been used. So you knew it was real. And 40. But now, one of the things you do that I think is so fascinating. Well, anyway, but where's I don't see anything.
I can't find it. I've been searching for several weeks when
I can't even believe we
when
allowed
Bob
you
said
on
I
the
might,
podcast.
I'd be a standby.
We might have to cut the cord here, Joe. I don't know if we can continue this. You lost.
It's here somewhere.
Number one fan. If you cannot validate that, if you cannot find that certificate, you may be losing. We'll have to find who was number 2. We'll have to find. We don't know who number 2 is. Number 2 never came forward.
No.
It's always hard to be number 2. But, we could call them runner-up instead of number 2. I-28, everybody. So, and remember, we're just calling I's, N's, and G's because we're just filling the space around the free space. Okay, just filling the space around the free space. So G53, that's another one we're calling. So, so I'm a little disappointed that you cannot find this.
I am too.
I mean,
I'll find it someday when I'm not expecting it because it wasn't where it should have been. Maybe it was stolen. Someone, I'm sure there was a hot. They came in and saw that.
It's probably on eBay. Now, I'm wondering, Kurt. Now, you're coming to P-Town this summer.
Yes, ma'am.
And are you coming to Cancun in May?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so I'll see you in May in Cancun.
Yeah.
Mass events. Now, the one thing, though, that I'm more curious of, because I figured you were coming to Mexico, and I figured you were coming to P-Town for Carnival, because he's been coming for 40 years. But have you had a colonoscopy lately?
Well, I'm 73.
Now, that
so
should
they
be
use
something that should be a yes or no answer to that, Kurt. That should just roll off your tongue. I mean, that's not something you sort of think, have I had a colonoscopy lately? I mean, they stick that camera.
Not lately, because it used to be you didn't need them over 70.
43.
Used to be you didn't need them over 70, but now they've changed it to higher. So I have to get another one.
Oh, well, I've got let's bring Noelle in. Because online tonight we have a colonoscopy. Oh, and you lowered Ruth. All our Ruths can be together. Hello, Ruth.
Hello. I adjusted Ruth.
You adjusted Ruth. Oh,
yes.
Yeah, Ruth is rarely. Yeah, she's usually has the opposite problem. Usually she's too short, but you actually be too tall in your case. G56. Now, is it true that we have, because this is a colonoscopy lady here, Noelle, she schedules colonoscopies.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God, that's probably all you don't want to be, that's the kind of field you don't want to be promoted in. You don't want to get to the next level where you actually, like getting in there and, getting there.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the gal that wipes the camera off, after that's all over.
No.
I don't know who has that job. But I was supposed to have one done 3 weeks ago, but my COVID test came back on. Angela, we know Angela. She's one of our bingo boosters. Angela, I'm so sorry to hear that. And hopefully it was before you did all the prep. Because, oh, my word.
Yeah.
After that, I mean, the first time I had that done, and,
that's the bad part.
First time. You always remember your first time. And I mean, I saw the stars. I think I saw Jesus because that stuff made me so sick to my stomach. Oh, yeah. That's Joe's subtle way to tell me to get going. Fill the pool, everyone. Fill the pool. I-23.
Well,
So,
I've had my own colonoscopy since the last time I was on the show.
And I think
so. I got to experience it myself rather than just schedule.
Could you do it yourself? I mean, were you able to just, once you worked there, get in there?
Yeah, I had a colonoscopy. I didn't perform it on myself.
Or you didn't perform it on yourself? No, I would think if you worked there, they would just give you, in off hours, they just give you that opportunity to,
Yeah, I got an extra day off with pay that didn't come out of my PTO, so.
When you say didn't come out of and then you pause.
Yeah. Out of my PTO bank.
Colonoscopies, we're not sure where you're going with that, Noelle. Okay. G55. You
never know.
Worse.
Yeah.
The prep is worse than right. Sherry Brown knows.
Yeah.
The prep was coming. I mean, I hurled, and I can remember it so clearly because it was the day that. Oh, look at this! All these people have comments, David. Oh, I can just imagine. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was crazy. I mean, they got that camera up there. They looked. I mean, I'm pretty sure they looked at my tonsils while they were in there. It felt like that. It's like.
See, I was sleeping. You sleep through them now. Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I didn't. I watched.
Yeah, I watched.
Well, they used to do that, but now you have to kind of request to watch it if you want to see the inside of your own colon. But yeah, you're sleeping. So I
asked if I could see the Golden Girls because that always puts me in a good mood.
Oh.
5:30, but instead I
we use propofol. We use the Michael Jackson drug, propofol.
Oh wow!
And
whoa! All right.
And when I was doing mine, the anesthesiologist said, "Okay, we're starting to give you the propofol now." And I said, "Yep, I'm starting to feel a little funny." And the next thing I remember, they were waking me up.
Really? Because
Yeah.
I was awake for most of mine, but I got so sick during I drank the fluid, and they make you put Gatorade in it. And then they explained to me, because it has to go out the same color as it is when it goes in. And mine immediately, I had followed all the directions. I was already cleaned out. So I called the nurse. She's like, well, just keep drinking it. That's what the nurse said. So it was, but it was the day that they celebrated where the governor signed the same-sex marriage law. So everybody else, all my friends, were down at the Capitol. It was a crappy day. And they were going to have a big celebration for this law being passed, same-sex marriage being passed. This is before this was just when the state of Minnesota did it through voting. It was, people supported it. But, it cleared up in the evening. It was a beautiful evening. And I was like, oh, this is so great. I'll go down to the Capitol with my friends. And I'm telling you, I spent the whole time driving the porcelain bus. It was like, whoa, right? It was, I'm going to feed the geese. Here we go. All right, G47.
I got to say it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be because I thought, I hear horror stories all day, every day. So I thought, oh my God, this is going to be so bad. And so it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. It's not something
old folks like Kurt and people who are just, like got one foot in the grave and another on a banana peel. Why does he have to go get one done? G57.
Because you don't want colon cancer.
Right. Well,
it's treatable.
True. So why did they change their minds and now they want all these old people? Is this just to get business or what's going on?
No, it's because it's a treatable cancer and it's so why have cancer if you don't have to?
Kirk, when her husband died, did such a service by telling.
Yeah.
She got on TV. She did hers on TV. And so I thought if Katie Kirk can do it on TV, I've got mine scheduled I have to have another one. I have to have one in May. I just scheduled it.
Okay.
And I'm going to have it on the radio.
Well, you didn't call me.
Radio station. I got a radio station coming into, so they can actually, so people will be listening to my colonoscopy. As it's, I didn't know it'll be kind of fun, right? I think it'll be interesting.
Yeah, well.
So I'll be talking until I'm gonna ask them not to give me that terrible drug. N41. What drug is that again? I have to remember to ask them not to do that.
So, what for the prep?
Yeah. No, when it puts you to sleep and kills you. G59. G59. I don't want to die in the middle of this thing.
Well, I didn't die.
Killed at the.
We have
during that colonoscopy.
Yeah, we have our anesthesiologist. Good.
Do you want to be put to sleep?
No, I didn't care, but I watched them. I've had two.
Oh.
But
I watched somebody else's colonoscopy during my training. We got to watch one, so I got to see somebody else's colon.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's not on my top 10, bucket list. But, we saw Katie Couric. I think that's enough. That's anybody. Yeah, she's actually very attractive, but she's in show business.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, they call it news, but it's show.
It was very perky.
So did you see that comment? N35. That comment
they give me
he said make a film strip of it.
If they give me propofol, I'll start singing Thriller.
Right.
Bingo.
Bingo. We're right in the middle of talking about medical procedures and you just throw that at us. But now, Noelle.
Whatever.
Also learning to play the drums. I was going to talk about that, but you know, the whole colonoscopy.
Colonoscopies are more exciting
than you learning the drums.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know now? Learning the drums. Do you live in an apartment or a home? Where do
No,
you live?
a house. I live in a house.
With anyone
Yeah.
else in the house?
Yeah, my husband, he bought me the drums.
Oh, yeah. Oh. You know, I hate to say this, Noelle, but you know who's famous for drumming? Lesbians. Yeah, so I'm not sure what that gift was about. So you might want to talk to your husband.
I don't think that's
about
exclusive to lesbians, though.
Yeah, I think it is, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, all the
Well, I don't think my husband knew that when he bought me the drums.
Not that Yvonne's a lesbian. I'm sorry. That was Yvonne and Naomi are roommates. Sorry. Don't want to get
Yeah, that's right. They're roommates.
That was close. Well, Chris,
Yeah.
save me quick before I say something I'm not supposed to say.
Yeah, let me just jump in here, if I may, and start with our share winner. Congratulations to our share winner, Wendy B. Congratulations, Wendy.
Wendy! We appreciate Wendy. We do.
Appreciate Wendy. We also appreciate Leo from Hollywood, Florida, from saving us from colon talk.
Oh, you're kidding!
Yeah, no, Leo's the bingo winner. He came in and saved us all from.
Did he mention if he's getting a colonoscopy
He
or
did
anything?
not say that. We can always.
Well, I hope he does, because it's very important.
Send him a prize if he doesn't want to. If he's not willing to play. Well, anyway, hot dog. We got a wiener and a.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
My balls and playing, but while I put my balls away, I want to show you a little bit about what you'll be doing as the weather gets a little bit warmer. Here's a little something to look forward to. Go ahead and roll. I am looking through my magic mirror very quickly tonight. We're behind. I can only do like a minute in the magic mirror. And I want to say hi to some very special people. My friend Michael, who did Winter Rendezvous this last week, and I hear it went great. Congratulations. He's in Vermont doing the Winter Rendezvous up in Stowe, near where Jared and I will be married. And then also my friend Larry, I'm going to see this next week on the cruise ship. He's in LA on North Cherokee and Fountain. Also Todd, my penis. And then, and hey, Eric. Hi, Eric. Thank you so much. Wasn't it a good video? I mean, really. And so if you want to say hello, really. Brad. Hi, Brad. Thank you so much. I love you. And Gary. Hi, Gary. And Charlie. We appreciate. Oh, Esther Williams. I love that. We all know her. Amber LeMay. You watching me again. Thank you. She's so fabulous. Larry. She was helping on Winter Rendezvous. Hi, Larry. Amber was helping my friend Mike. Hey, Jim. Oh, and Claudia. Oh my gosh, all my friends. And you know what? We're I love that. That's separate. And you know what? They came to P-Town and saw my show twice. Yeah, 2 times. I mean, yeah, John Taylor from Scotland. Hello. You know, we appreciate you watching. It's the middle of the night there. I hope your knee is better. I think it was his knee that was killing him, and he couldn't even do his work. He had to do some other work. So he had to find another job instead of his beautiful outdoor job that he had. Leah, hey, can I get a shout out? I did a rhythmic gymnastics club routine set to I Don't Like Mondays. I got to find out that song. In a talent competition on Zoom yesterday and placed 3rd. No way. I love it. I won $25 Kent Building Supplies card, which is kind of like a Home Depot card up there. Congratulations, Leah. We're so proud of you. You totally get a shout out. Joe, thank you so much. New Mexico. Oh my gosh, Mexico. Is there a different? Kevin. Kevin from Robbinsdale. Look how cute he is. Kevin's also one of our generous. Robert Santiago, Mr. Disney himself. Recovered. He recovered from the chlamydia 19. You know, he had a bad case of that. Dale, if you knew his lifestyle, you'd understand. Dale, hi, Bianca. From LA, and Keith, hi, Keith. And Timothy, hello, quickly. I appreciate you being here. Barbara, we met her in Pita. Oh, and Rudy, and Ken, Larry, and David. Oh my gosh. And then we missed one in there, but you know, yeah, Deb. Hi, Deb. Ooh, Deb looks like Katie Couric. We were just talking about Katie Couric. David, how are you, my dear? Good to see you. And Melinda and Revo. Oh, look at Revo. And Sue. Hi, Sue. Noelle's mom. Wendy. Hi. And Jerry and Stella. And John, who I'll see in P-Town, stays next door to me. Rains. Hi, Rains. Oh, he'll be on the ship too. And Rains won a cruise on my show last year. Fester. I love that name, Fester. You don't hear that often enough. Dominic Manello, how the heck are you? Marcos, oh, they've got a picture of me. Look at that. Benjamin, we appreciate that. And LaDonna, who won recently. Bianca again, congratulations, Leah. Isn't that sweet? Jamie Price, I haven't heard from you in ages. Good to hear from you. And and Amber LeMay, I love you. Jeff, nice to see you again. Wow, celebrating my 70th. And in Wilton Manors. That is so awesome, you guys. Anyway, we have to say goodbye. So I know. And then Leah again, happy birthday. Oh, now we're talking to each other. Okay, you can't talk to each other. Just talk to me. You can only talk to me in the magic mirror. I mean, otherwise talk to each other, you know, in the chat. But anyway, I got to get on to the next game. So I'm going to put this away. But before I put this away, you know, we always say, if you're having a bad day, if things aren't going well, maybe, you know what, this time of year can be a real downer for some folks because it's cold and some people have to stay inside. Probably like my friend Kurt, you know, where it's like, you don't want to go outside. It's cold and it can be a little lonely. Don't do it by yourself, okay? Don't do it by yourself. Find somebody if you're struggling a little bit and talk to somebody. Okay, promise me you'll do that. And it might not be the first person you talk to. In fact, sometimes you have to try over and over. But, you know, there's somebody out there that wants to help you, that wants to talk to you and visit with you. And so you don't feel so lonely, right? And I have Lewis. And I have Dusty, too. And Dusty's in the other room because he's an older cat. And once I take out Wiener's out, though, but we got to do this last game. I'm a little bit behind. And we still have to talk to Jen. We haven't even spoken to Jen yet. So bring on the new game. The new game is going to be very easy. It is going to be, it's like, remember Lucky 7, which is any 7 on the card. We decided to go 80 degrees bingo, which means any 8 on a card, any 8. It doesn't count the free space, but any 8 that you have on the card. So it doesn't have to be that, you see that pattern we have? It doesn't have to be that pattern, just any 8 at all. So keep track of how many you have on the card. The minute you get 8 on one of the cards, I have bingo, okay? And then I'm going to, the ladies have been drinking. They have to drink a lot. So it's mostly malt liquor out there right now. Just keep them warm, you know? So I'm just trying to get their attention. They're there. Oh, okay. I guess they fired up. There they go. Well, they kind of kept it short. Can you blame them? It's cold. I'm a little late. So this last game, we're calling all the letters and all the numbers. Bring Jen on. We haven't talked to Jen yet. Jen, are you still there? Is Jen even still there? You didn't leave, Jen, did you? Oh, thank God. I was worried that you might have left, Jen, because, you know, you probably thought, like, is she ever going to talk to me? But, you know, once we got on to colonoscopies, it just felt like, you know, I had to kind of stick with that. You know, you have to stick with the colonoscopy. You know, once you get in there, you got to stick with it. You can't leave it, you know. Now, hold on a minute. You're on mute. Did you mute yourself? B11, everybody. B11, the lady legs of bingo. Did you mute yourself? I think you might have muted yourself. I wish I could read lips at this point. But did you, Joe, can you unmute her or did she mute herself? I think you might have muted yourself.
No, I thought Joe was going to unmute me, but here I am. Hello.
Yeah, here you are. Well, you know,
Can you hear me?
I think, I know, there's probably people out there that thought we've wanted to mute Jen for years, you know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you know, it's true though. It's true. Oh, the truth hurts, Jen. It hurts. I love your hat.
My hat I wear in P-Town every year for the last.
And I have to see your blouse. What is
and
the
this
blouse?
is my summer blouse.
But it looks almost like an
summertime.
Indian print or something.
Yes.
It's very
and
cool. 062. What's the print? It looks like a Mayan print or something.
I think it was like a Mexico driven.
It's like a right. That's what I was saying. Kind of Indian, like. Oh, it's very pretty. So you
I
wear
really
that in
wanted to go on your
P-Town?
cruise.
What's that?
I really wanted to go on your cruise.
Oh, I know.
Definitely, I would wear this on the cruise. Yeah,
that would have been nice on the cruise. You would,
Yes.
yeah. That you would. Well, I didn't see anyone else wearing that on the cruise, so I think you would have been the only one. I think it would have been just you. That which is always nice. It's always nice to be the only
Always
one.
have to be one off, you know.
The last thing you want to do is be wearing something somebody else wears. 066, 066. But Jen, thanks so much. You're joining us from New Jersey. Is it like freezing in New Jersey like it is everywhere else?
It's freezing here like nobody's business, but you know what? It is what it is.
Everywhere.
It's January.
Well, it's a good night for bingo, right? It's a good night to be inside and play bingo because what are you going to do on a Monday night? You don't even want. It's like you don't even want to go out to eat.
You know, you got Lewis right there in front of you the entire time. He's keeping you warm. He's been especially in front of the camera all night.
Look at him. It's like
he.
I think he just saw Devon and they just realized they're gone. The girls are gone outside. And 32. But Jen, you're in New Jersey, and I know that you and I have known each other from P-Town for a few years, right? Because the picture we have a picture of you and I, and you were dressed as Fred Flintstone, which isn't always believable. But I think when you do it, I think somehow you pulled it off. Oh, look at all the pictures. I didn't know we had all these pictures.
All these pictures, but we could not find the Fred Flintstone video, but definitely we have vacation friends. We come up every year to see you, Miss Richfield.
And the Fred Flintstone thing we remember. You know what I mean? You don't need a photo of that. Look at you.
No.
Look at you. Look great there. You've got another. Do you always wear hats? You like hats?
I'm a hat girl, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wear hats. Hats make me warm. But so you saw a bunch of different shows. And who's the puppy? Look at that dog.
That's my little puppy. I was supposed to be on your show on December 20th, but unfortunately my little puppy had to be put down that day. But
no.
Bob was so gracious, and we rescheduled
Bob
the
is
day for
great.
today.
Bob is our audience wrangler. He's the nicest guy. But how old was the dog? He does look older. He does look distinguished.
Yes, he's a rescue dog who has been to P-Town. I can't tell you how many times, and I had him for 12 years, but he was about 16 years old. And now he's chasing squirrels in heaven in a field. And
I always imagine my cats running around and just peeing and pooing wherever they want.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't have to go to the litter box. They can just go where. That's going to be heaven for a cat. Like just to go to the bathroom. You don't have to wait. You just go, and just have fun and catch birds and mice and, and just have a good time. Oh, he looks like he's smiling in that picture.
Yeah, but we always come up to see you every year, and we love you so much. So
now, do you have a partner or anything? I-24.
No, I'm single for the first time in many years. So I don't know if you have a lesbian entourage here, but
But being single kind of has its own advantages, And 33. You can kind of do your own thing, And something you might want to put on your calendar. And I'm the last one to be critical. You know me. I would never say anything critical, but you might want to think about hanging something on your walls at some point. Not right away because you're living alone. So having bare walls is probably fine. But at some point, you're going to want to invite someone over, and then just make sure you hang up a picture. Put a picture of you.
We'll work on
I-23. You could put all those pictures up that you just had up. You could hang those on the wall. They'll do a nice job of putting all those pictures together.
I go with the virtual backgrounds these days. I don't know.
No, you don't want to do that. Be real. Be real.
Yeah.
And I love that you've got that trim right under that trim on
it's so 1980s, right? It's like so perfect.
Which I love. That's when I became Miss Richfield 1981.
Seriously,
That border around your room was very popular at that time.
When I move out of my mother's house after caretaking for her, I will do that.
That's right. You live with your mom.
That's right. Yes, I take care.
And that's wonderful because of the pandemic. Was that why?
Yes.
I bet she appreciated that. Otherwise, she probably would have been all by herself. Because there were a lot of older people that were completely alone. And I think I would just die of loneliness, not the disease. I think I would just die of loneliness if I didn't have anyone to talk to.
You know, it's a tough time of year, but I'm glad to be able to do it, and I'm glad to be able to talk to you, Miss Richfield, and your whole
So you're at your
audience.
mom's house right now.
Yes, that's right. I've been here since COVID. I moved here.
That would
during
explain the
COVID.
border. Okay.
Yes, exactly.
It's all coming
You
together.
got
now.
it.
It's all coming together now. I think it's great. Now, when do you come to P-Town? 063. When can I
Last
look
week
for
of
you?
June. I will see you then.
When?
Last week of June.
Oh, last week of June. That's when things really get going.
Yes, and I'll never
Yeah.
be there the first week of July ever again. Another reason.
That's what we call
Another
circuit
day.
week, where the
Oh,
circuit
no,
boys
not
come
for
to
me.
town.
Love
You know,
Miss
the nice
Richfield.
thing about that, though, is we can
Huh?
get
What's that?
twice as many people into the show because all the boys, you know, the twinks are small gays, the small homos, and they
Yeah.
only take up about half as much room, so we can get twice as many people in the show, which is helpful because following that is Bear Week, and then
Yeah,
we
but
get the
they
opposite
take up a
problem.
lot of space at the P-Town pool.
Oh,
At
the
P-Town
twinks.
Inn pool. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
It's-
another story. Okay.
That's a whole
Love
nother
you.
story. B14. B14. Listen, before we go any further, I want to bring everybody in because we're talking about P-Town, and Jen goes to P-Town. Now, Jen, you bring a little posse with you.
Oh yeah, got all my girlfriends coming, and I hope to see everybody on here there.
And Kurt will be there.
I will definitely be at your show the last week of June if you're there.
Oh, I'm there. Oh, you kidding?
All
We've already
right.
got the dates set. G55, G59. Now, Paula, are you coming to P-Town this year? Because I don't think I'm going to be up in New Hampshire or Maine this year. I don't have any dates planned. Oh, they're muted. Oh, did you mute yourself? Don't mute yourself. There you go. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Yeah, we'll be in P-Town.
You will.
Yeah.
And Jared, you going to come to P-Town this year?
Well, like you said, I don't like the plan, so I'll keep it a surprise.
Oh, that'll be something to look forward to then. So I've got two things to look forward to: my colonoscopy in May, and Jared, who knows when. Yes. How am I going to remember those two together? I'll have to think about that. I-18. We all love to hear I-18, right? So fantastic. And then Noelle, are you ever coming to P-Town now? You must feel like the odd man out. I mean, the
I
odd
would
woman out.
love to go to P-Town because it sounds like so much fun. So hopefully some year I could do that.
Oh, crap. Somebody won bingo. Oh, I mean, I hate that. I mean, I love that because that's the whole point of the show. But I hate it when people win. Because then that ends the conversation.
When it's over.
I know, but we want to say a thank you so much to Jen for being so patient and wait until the end to visit with you. But I think it was a nice visit, Jen, and fun to see your pictures from P-Town. Really brought back some fun memories for me and the others. But hang on a minute, let's get Chris on to see who won, and then Noelle, put that down on your calendar. Come and visit us because everybody else.
I got to do that some year.
Even Chris came to P-Town.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Even Chris.
Well, if Chris did, then yeah.
Right.
Then
There's
I can.
no excuse for anyone else. Have you had a colonoscopy yet, Chris?
I have not, but I'm probably coming up on that age. And that,
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'm
He's got
prepared
a
for
few years. 45 is the age.
that. Okay, good. I got a couple
Oh.
left.
So he's
How
got
many
a
years?
little cushion there.
Good.
How many
Yeah.
years do we have left, Chris?
5.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, my word. I can't believe you told me that. Oh, my word. Oh, so you're older than we thought.
There you go.
For sure. I mean, I thought 29, but just a few years older than
Just
that.
a little bit.
But you know what? You got something to look forward to, and you got a lot of people here who you can talk to about
I think
it.
I know everything I need to know about colonoscopy after today.
Right. So you don't have to call Katie Couric because she's a murder to get a hold of. Believe me, I've tried. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget it. I've left messages. I sent postcards, makeup ideas, for her. Anyway, so go ahead. Who won?
So our lucky winner is Kevin from Houston, Texas. Congratulations, Kevin.
Ooh, Houston. I wonder how cold it is there.
Hey.
Well, hot dog, we got a wiener. I guess we'll find out.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Well, I'm playing that happy tune. That's LOVE. And that's how I feel about all of you. I'm sorry I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, okay? So come back. It's Valentine's Day. It's going to be hard on bingo. So let's bring on everybody so I can thank my guests. The beautiful Jen from New Jersey, Rutherford, New Jersey to be exact. And Kurt from Chicago. Thank you, Kurt. You know I love you. I can't wait to see you. May's going to be right around the corner. You can ask me about my colonoscopy. I'll have just had it. And then Paula and Jared, my future husband and mother-in-law. What can I say? And Noelle, darling, when I do go in for that big procedure, I'm gonna call you and let you know how it goes.
Okay.
So let's spell L-O-V-E together, shall we? Is everybody ready? We're gonna do
You
this
ready?
now. Here we go. And L.
It's the way you look at me. Oh, it's for the only one I see.
Here we go.
Woo! It's
I got my flip-flops on.
Ordinary is even more than anyone that you adore. Love was made for me and you.
That's right. Oh, Jen, you had it all ready to go. I'm going to miss you guys. Don't forget to come back and see us on Valentine's Day.
See you summer.
Wave
Love
goodbye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Miss Richfield.
We just blew a kiss.
It makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Now it's your turn. Join with me.
Bingo makes it better, it makes everything okay. From facial sores to civil wars, black plague to tooth decay. Bingo makes it better, it can heal the world today. For help with all our problems, don't you grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play. Now you.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your balls and play.
Grab your
I
balls
can
and
hear
play.
you. Grab your